What's up, everybody? This is Fred Ricciani of TSC News. Holy doodle squat. Did you see Bill Goldberg on SportsCenter? He announced absolutely nothing. For those that don't know, Bill Goldberg was rumored to announce that he will be facing Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series 2016 in Toronto, the first Toronto pay-per-view in a decade plus for WWE. It's a huge main event, one that you'd think they'd want to save for WrestleMania. Perhaps they're saving it for WrestleMania. All throughout these press tours, Goldberg has teased a match with Brock Lesnar, the WWE 2K17 cover star. Of course, Bill Goldberg is the special pre-order star of WWE 2K17. He hasn't wrestled in 12 years, been a hell of a long time, and the question remains, will he come back? He was non-committal. He told Coach, I'm 49 years old. I'd like to be that superhero again, but I don't know. I don't want to tarnish my legacy either. I don't think I owe Brock Lesnar a rematch. And he just keeps going on and on and on and on. And it got to the point where I was like, he's not going to make an announcement, is he? Now, this rumor was started because for months and months, he's been teasing a match with Brock Lesnar. He's been saying, I want my son to see me as that superhero, which technically his son will be able to do, as he said in the WWE 2K17 video game, but it ain't real life. I'm sure he'd love to hit one more spear, one more jackhammer at a grand stage, and make his son proud. And I can respect that. I can totally respect that. However, there's a few reasons why this may have not come to fruition tonight. One, maybe WWE didn't like the fact that Jim Ross tweeted that, hey, it's rumored that it's going to be Goldberg and Lesnar at Survivor Series. Maybe they found out they were getting bumped to ESPN News, which is a significantly smaller channel than Big ESPN or ESPN2, and they figured now's not the time to make the announcement. Maybe, just maybe, somebody in WWE said, you know what? There's a lot of programming on Wednesday night, including the Mets versus the Giants, and that could take away from our announcement. So, who knows? Who knows? It did serve as good promotion for the video game. It did serve as a nice teaser for down the line. I do believe Goldberg wants to wrestle again, but the question is, or the questions are, is there a deal in place? Is this the start of the angle between Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg? Or is there not a deal in place, and this is Bill Goldberg's way of not only promoting the video game, but generating some fan interest, putting some heat on Vince McMahon and Triple H to get the deal done? He mentioned in the interview to Coach, he has not spoken to Vince McMahon in 12 years. He said he's sure will speak to him eventually. He'd like to give him a respectful handshake and thank him for the opportunity years ago. We shall see. But look, we got a couple months. Actually, not even a couple months. I'm sorry. About a month. A little over a month before Survivor Series. It's already October. Man, this year's flying by. And we got WrestleMania, though, down the road. We also got Royal Rumble down the road in the Alamo Dome. They're going to need a big draw to sell that out. I mean, WrestleMania is already sold out. WrestleMania, they're going to pack. The Alamo Dome in San Antonio, holding thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon tens of thousands of fans. That's going to be a tall task just a couple months before WrestleMania. Now, they sold it out in 97. They packed, I think, around 60,000 people. At least that was the kayfabe number. But if you ask Jim Cornette and anybody that was there back in that era, it was heavily papered. The tickets were relatively cheap. So, easier said than done. Maybe Goldberg will be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. Maybe they'll try to generate some buzz there, build up to Brock Lesnar versus Bill Goldberg. Do I personally want to see that match again? No. I lived through the first one. It was not great by any stretch of the imagination. Not really interested in this one, but I am a guy that grew up on Goldberg. I got hooked on wrestling thanks to Stone Cold Steve Austin and Goldberg. And there's always a part of me that's not only been a fan of Goldberg, but a fan of the person outside of the ring, all the charity work he's done, all the stuff he does for kids, how he's been able to be a successful entrepreneur. I have a lot of respect for the guy, and, it was nice to hear him. He's said this before in multiple interviews, but it was nice again to hear him on SportsCenter talk about the love of his son. Talk about wanting to be that superhero, not just for his son, but for kids around the world. You know, that's what drew me into Goldberg. That's what drew me into pro wrestling. So to be able to see that one more time, granted now as a young adult, it would be pretty freaking cool. And let's face it, you look around, even though Brock Lesnar wouldn't be my top choice, when it comes to star power, when it comes to credibility, frankly, he's the only choice. But folks, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the potential Goldberg versus Lesnar match? Are you down with it? Do you not want to hear it? If you're down with it, if you think it's going to happen, where should it take place? Let me know. Leave a comment below. Tweet us. Facebook us. Do what you got to do. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share, take care, and stay tuned because this coming week, we're going to have complete coverage of WWE No Mercy 2016 as well as WWE 2K17. As always, woo! Enjoy the matches.